Well, your time now is 5:13. In the days after the deadly 4th of July floods, we've been getting some questions on if the National Weather Service could have done anything more to help save lives.
Yeah, the National Weather Service says its Central Texas office was prepared, but understaffed offices may not be. Scott Friedman reports.
The deadly storm that swept through the Texas Hill Country, shining a light on the critical role of National Weather Service forecasters, called on to issue alerts when every minute counts. As NBC5 Investigates reported, Weather Service records show forecasters warned of flooding 12 hours before the storm, and then issued more urgent warnings in the early morning hours before the Guadalupe River reached flood stage. The union representing forecasters saying Weather Service offices in Central Texas were prepared.
The staffing that we had in both San Angelo and San Antonio offices, we had adequate amount of staff to get out the alerts and warnings to the public.
But union officials say if flooding happened in other cities across the country, some Weather Service offices might not be adequately staffed. In Texas, the union says 30% of jobs at the Weather Service office in Houston are vacant. They say the Fort Worth office that covers the DFW area is better staffed, but still has 3 vacant forecaster positions, according to union officials. The union fears forecasters working long hours to cover extra shifts can lead to burnout, especially during the dangerous summer storm season.
They are tired. People are tired. People, they need to get a break.
Forecasters have complained about staffing shortages for years. In fact, 10 years ago, NBC5 Investigates reported there were about 500 vacant frontline forecaster positions at Weather Service offices nationwide due to budget cuts and periodic hiring freezes. But the union says the situation became more critical this year when they say about 600 staffers left the agency. About 100 probationary employees were laid off in Trump administration cuts, the union says, and hundreds of workers took early retirement offers.
That's 600 less people working to help keep you safe every day.
In a statement to NBC5 Investigates, a National Weather Service spokesperson said the agency plans to hire additional forecasters soon, saying a targeted number of permanent mission-critical field positions will soon be advertised in the coming weeks. The agency said it's also temporarily assigning employees to offices with the greatest staffing needs, but a spokesperson did not respond to questions about specific staffing numbers. In recent days, the Weather Service has said warnings it issued in the Central Texas floods provided hours of lead time. But questions remain about whether those warnings reached victims in an area with sometimes spotty cell phone coverage and no local warning siren system. Senator Ted Cruz saying today he wants an assessment of how to better warn in the future.
There will be another flood, there will be another disaster. But next time there's a flood, I hope we have in place processes to remove especially the most vulnerable from harm's way.
The Forecasters Union agrees.
We do need to have some type of national assessment on this.
Hoping more research and more trained eyes on the sky can help the next city in the path of disaster.